Okay, you guys, I'll wait for it to go out. Okay. 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 It usually takes a minute before it goes out. Oh my gosh, my eyes are so. They're not really red. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, for purposes of anybody watching, anybody new, hi, I am Lady of Love, and this is Lady of Love and Light Tarot. I am a light body Neteru, sent here to serve the collective consciousness. I am a light body, but I am only one of many. Okay, so in this house there are many rooms. Okay. So what I was sharing, guys, before they cut me off so rudely, was that this energy of loving and nurturing. There could be people around you right now. Let's go back to that part. There could be people around you right now that are literally fighting you for your own attention, and you're like, have left the situation like, what are they fighting over? I see you literally around the outside of the situation, like peering over in it, maybe even spiritually, because you might have the wherewithal, the foresight to know that everybody in the situation has no idea that they're going to start whacking the shit out of each other. And when that bee comes out, the situation is gonna, when that, beehive drop, in the situation in the middle of them, and it explodes and all those bees fly out, they're really going to be trying to save themselves. And you're like, I warned you guys, stop swinging. Hello, listen to me. And they're literally like not. They're literally not stopped. They literally have not stopped. Okay? Listen. Okay, and then you got this card, this energy where you're just like, I'm kind of like you're happy with being by yourself. Like, or maybe you're talking to God and you're like, God, there's a little voice inside of you that keeps telling you to stay by yourself. You're like, I'm tired of being by myself. So you're just like, stay by yourself. Spirit wants you to stay by yourself. Get to yourself. Let me clarify, okay? They broke my energy, broke my concentration. They knew it. They knew what they was doing. But I'm telling you, to be continued, okay? To be continued. Listen. To be continued, love. King of Cups. Be in charge of your emotions. Take charge in your emotions. Teach your children how to take charge of their own emotions. Teach your children what's the most important things in life are, and they are not material things, okay? But we all knew that, right? Okay, so another thing, let's see. Nani or Zion, can you come here, please? Yes, okay. It's time to break the spell of imagination over your children. And I'll tell you what that is and how to do that, okay? I'll clarify that and what I mean by that. Yes. Okay. Okay. I just heard Spirit say, realize that some things didn't just end with you. Okay. Spirit said, wake up and realize that some things did not end with you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Put those here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me kind of look over these. Okay, guys. Yeah, so in this energy, I would say that you have to teach your children how to own their emotions, okay? Stop fighting with them. Stop yelling at them. Stop screaming at them. Stop all the loud noises. Stop all that mess that's going on in the house. Put an end to negative relationships where things are volatile. And Spirit told me to tell you, they're not kidding with you. The children are their diamonds. The children are the precious of the earth. And if this behavior is not stopped, what hope do we have? What hope do you have? You need to realize that your children have to come first right now. That you've done enough in your mental consciousness to now stop. They will allow and make room, and your gift will make room for you, and your gift will sustain you up until this point that you've transcended. Even financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, people will come around you and support you, okay? Once you let go of these negative behaviors and emotions, then even your money flow will change. You will find that people are willing to support you. You will find that men will chase you. Be careful, okay? Because men are attracted to powerful women. I mean, it could be the other way around, but there are some women who are strong enough to attach themselves to men. As far as like, hey, what's up, babe? You're looking real good. Can I take you out? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Hey, whatever floats your boat. Like, I think it's kind of dope to be able to be strong enough to walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, I'm feeling you." That's dope, right? Like, that's some energy, because people sometimes they don't like saying hi, or people don't like with the social distance, and it's really weird. And too, so like, do you see somebody like, oh, they look good, they pupils kind of dope, So listen, you see. Okay, see. Okay. Don't come on putting spam on, okay? Cause I don't tolerate that over here. So if somebody could delete that, or if you would delete that, you can delete that. Don't put things like that up on my lives, cause when I get off, I'll block you, okay? This energy here, what we're gonna do is just, again, ending all the negativity, taking control over your emotions, doing so for your children, teaching your children how to be selfish with their time, with their energy, teaching your children to reserve their energy. They're always on the tablet, always, running around outside, or it's time for them to learn how to meditate. So maybe you can teach your children how to ground themselves through meditation. This is something that you probably have learned that helps you, or I hear Spirit saying, like, try and do what works for you, but then also convert it to like for children, you know what I mean? So like, if you know that you love your music, get all your kids headphones, and like let them listen to their little device if they have one. If not, you listen to music with them, kind of dance around for maybe 15-20 minutes, just to get them fired up and engage your child, and looking in their eyes, and building a relationship and loving emotions with them. So this is where that energy is, okay? And then let me read it on this energy, okay? Your children may have a lack of happiness, or a lack of meaning, or a zest for life, because they don't have an exact pinpoint on what spirituality, religion, or any of that thing is, especially if you're a light worker and you've been doing tarot readings and you've been doing, all of these things. Your children are none the wiser as to what it means and why you're doing that, and what it is you're doing when you're doing that. Your children should be able to understand and know that, and be able to garden with them, okay? Your children need to be able to nurture themselves eventually, and at this point, they cannot. Yes, you have to let your children know about the lessons, okay, in life, and what happens when they don't move on those lessons, okay? Okay? You have to be gentle and kind, and teaching and nurturing and loving toward your children. Loving and nurturing and kind, and speak loving affirmations to your children in the mornings, instead of, hey, get up. Look at them and say good morning, rub their face, and tell them you love them, just like you are with yourself. And if you don't have any children, and you find that you have this weird lack of love, in yourself, that you just can't shake, and you don't know what this emotional deficit is, and you just don't understand why you feel so lost, and you feel like everything that happens in your life is your fault, but you don't know how to explain it, this would be a good thing for you to do for yourself, okay? Is to speak more softly and more loving to yourself. Get into an environment to me, that one that's grounding for you and stable for you, one that makes you feel closer to God, okay? One that makes you feel like you can think more clearly, okay? What, maybe even a space that makes you feel like you can breathe, okay? That's out in nature for me. When it's not, there are other things, okay? This right here would say that you got to understand your own life cycles, your own lessons, and that you have had a lack of learning those lessons. You haven't moved on those lessons, even though you know what those bad patterns and those negative patterns are. You're not being emotionally loving and selfish with your time. You're just kind of like digging at old bones. You know what I mean? Like you're holding on to the same crap that really hasn't helped you at all and isn't moving you forward. And so you need to take some time and do that. Okay? Okay, guys, got another one here. I see your spirit guides talking about you, and they're saying sweet things. It's almost like they're whispering sweet nothings to you. And you're like, I heard y'all. I know y'all there. I can hear them speaking to you a lot more loudly when you get out in nature. When you get out there, it's almost like you can feel, the energy of what they are saying. If not, this could be a player in your life that's hollering at all the ladies. All the little birds is chirping when they come around because of their wisdom, because of the way they see, the way they speak, the way they look, the way they dress. Okay, that's just a side note for somebody. Okay, but for you, this could be your spirit guide speaking to you. They're bigging you up. They're like, you already know your stuff, right? You know you're doing really great. And it'll be your kids that speak that back to you. The gods will make sure your children speak love and positivity back to you. Once you start moving off into this energy of stopping all the negativity in your house, you'll get a sense of peace in your house. You will start to realize what you haven't done. You'll start to realize all those things that are a deficit to them, and you will try and fix those things. That was confirmation. Okay, for me, for myself. That's knees, okay? This is something that I need to do. I hear assess the damage. Okay? I hear assess the damage. When we realize the amount of damage that has been done in our own lives through consciousness and enlightenment, and we start to repair those things ourselves, and we start to look over those things that have troubled us and stopped us from being, our best self, we stop being selfish, and we start realizing that, the only change is ever going to come is if we do anything about it, because nobody's going to save you. Okay, you have to be strong and understand and realize that even though there's been a lot of negative things that have, stopped you and stopped your children and stopped your future, it can't stop you now because you are awake. Nothing can happen to you that you do not allow. Okay, you have to know your power as far as saying yes and no, and your choices, and the places you put yourself, and the people you hang around. All that stuff has a deep, deep, deep effect, and people think that it's just so, frivolous. I'm just hanging around them. Stop talking to negative people. Okay, stop allowing that mess in your home when people want to come and gossip to you, and they don't have anything good to say about nobody in your family, or they don't have any good thing to say about you or their household or their family. It's always negative, okay? They're spitting that crap, and you're just like, yeah, going along with it. No, time out for that. Time for you to assess your own damage. It's time for you to shut motherfuckers out and stop being afraid of your own darkness, and go ahead and go for it. Go for the gusto. Go ahead, dig real down, real deep, and find that old, ugly, nasty monster and drag his ass out in the light, kicking and screaming. It's time for you to deal with some shit, because your kids are going to suffer if you don't. You have to fix the things in yourself that cause pain in others. Even if this is not, okay, Spirit, I hear you. even if this is not about you and children, this is about you and every other human being on this earth. We are light workers. We are human beings. There is no excuse for the nasty, disgusting behavior that we have put forth in this earth. And it has multiplied because of our inability to assess the damage. I am going to change the name of this to assess your own damage. After this negative thing that has come and built up and set up residence in your house and in your life, now it's time for you to assess the damage. Now it's time for us to do something about it. Now it's time for you to start rebuilding. Now it's time for you to start being honest. Now it's time for you to stop playing with your children's future while you're sitting here drinking, making money, and feeling your vibes. Your kids are fighting over who's right and who's wrong. As if anybody is wrong or right. I just heard, hear no evil. This is for your children. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil when it comes to these children. They don't need to see any evil. They don't need to hear any evil. And they don't need to feel any evil. And you know what evil is. You need to protect these children. They are the gems. They are the future. They are the diamonds. They're the answer. They're the only thing that means anything in this world. They're the ones who are going to preserve the future. They're the leaders of the future, not us. We've had our chance. It's time to give your children balance. Hand it to them. Give them the love of self. Give them the truth. Okay? All right, Spirit, can you please help us out? Give us a little bit of light in this situation, because that was some heavy knowledge. That was some heavy self-reflection. That was some heavy self-realization right there. Okay? We are light workers. We are serious. We are strong. Okay? Either you're an enemy. Listen, I love the 100, and I don't own none of the quotes, none of the lines, and none of the copyrighted information that is within their contracts. But I'm telling you now, you are one crew, or you are enemy of one crew. So you are enemy of the light crew, or you are enemy of the light crew. You're an enemy of Gaia, or you're a friend of Gaia. You're a friend of God, or you're an enemy of God. You choose. The children must come first. There is nothing more important than them. You must be the balancer, the equalizer, the justice bringer. You bring the energy. You bring the light. You bring the hype. You set the precedence. Your energy is felt before you walk into a room and they fear you when you are this way. When you are intelligent in thought and mind and emotional and spirit and heart, and you have emotional intelligence, it is intimidating. Look at how beautiful she is. She looks as if she's ready to deliver justice, and she is, because I am. My kids know all about this stuff that I talk about. Okay? I'm going to take these 3. Okay? No more sheltering them. You have to tell them to prepare them for what's ahead of them. You have to give them something to live for. Give them something to protect. Okay? You don't teach them to be fearful. Ladies, you don't teach them to be fearful. Stay quiet. You teach them respect. You don't teach them to fear you. You teach them to love you. You teach them to respect you. You teach them to roll with you. When you do that, you and your kids are going to have the bag. Because once you lift the vibration of negativity, money is going to drop like a 10-foot ton. You guys are going to have everything you need. Stop acting like you just, this world is going to run out of all of its resources. That is impossible. They're being held up and you know it. Go get yours. And don't let nobody tell you can't have it. It's yours. It's yours. Okay? Okay. So, that's it, guys. Okay? I want to let you guys know. You guys, excuse me. That's all right, you guys. Hey. Yes. Yep. Uh-huh. Have a good day.